On August 1st, 1936, the world gathered in Berlin for what was supposed to be a celebration of global unity through sport. Instead, they walked straight into Adolf Hitler's propaganda theater. This was the first Olympics ever broadcast on live television. The stadium? Built to impress the world. The agenda? Much darker. But how did Nazi Germany end up hosting the Olympics in the first place? And how much did it really cost? For Germany and the world.
The picture of the opening of the 11th and greatest Olympic Games of modern times is one that will live forever in the memories of those who had the privilege of witnessing them. Crowds were massed in the Berlin streets long before the scheduled opening of the ceremonies. From the Lust Garden to the entrance of the stadium, the streets were one long stream of color. Green flagpoles bearing a scarlet banner with a swastika in the center were spaced every 50 feet. And at the entrance were the massed flags of 52 nations participating in the game. Through these flag-bedecked streets rides Adolf Hitler, host to the worldwide gathering of sport enthusiasts to open the 1936 Olympiad.
The story of the 1936 Olympics begins not with the Nazis, but in 1931, 2 years before Hitler came to power. The International Olympic Committee awarded the Games to Berlin as a gesture of reintegration. Germany had been banned from participating in 1920 and 1924 due to its role in World War I. At the time, Germany was still a democratic republic, but by 1933, Hitler was in charge, and he saw the Olympics not as sport, but spectacle. A global PR opportunity for the Third Reich. Hosting the Olympics isn't cheap, and Berlin 1936 set a new benchmark. Nazi Germany poured an estimated 42 million Reichmarks into the games. Adjusted for today, that's around 2.2 billion US dollars. That included the massive Olympiastadion, an Olympic village for athletes, and infrastructure upgrades all across Berlin. But the most expensive line item? The image makeover of Nazi Germany. This was the first time the Olympic torch relay was introduced. Not a Greek tradition, an invention of the Nazis to link their regime to ancient glory. The 1936 Games featured 49 nations and over 3,900 athletes, but it wasn't without controversy. Jewish organizations and activists around the world pushed for a boycott. Spain was among the few to officially boycott. The Soviet Union didn't show because they didn't participate in Olympic events until 1952, but the US, UK, and most others sent teams, despite growing evidence of Nazi persecution. With swastikas flying next to Olympic rings, the Nazi regime staged a stunning show. The Games were the first to be filmed in their entirety, directed by Leni Riefenstahl, who turned sport into cinematic mythology. But not everything went according to Hitler's plan. Entered Jesse Owens, an African-American sprinter who won 4 gold medals on Nazi soil. Hitler reportedly refused to shake his hand. The world noticed. The Berlin Games marked a turning point. Sport became inseparable from politics. The Olympic movement learned a hard lesson, though not quickly enough. Germany got what it wanted: brief international prestige. But just 3 years later, Europe was at war, and the Olympic flame, like much else in Europe, went dark. So the next time someone says politics doesn't belong in sport, remember August 1st, 1936, when the Olympics opened in Berlin and the world watched history unfold under banners that shouldn't have been there.
Where stood a small black altar. Touching the flame to the top, a mighty flame sprang forth and officially opening the 1936 Olympics.